Growing Strong community. My name is Kira, and today we are going to work through a flow to work on the flexibility in your hamstrings. Now, before we get started, since you are going to have quite a few classes with me working on different groups of muscles, I want to show you an option for a chaturanga that you will hear me say a couple of times throughout class. So if you want to just go ahead and look here, your first option when I offer this flow is going to be starting in a high plank posture and moving straight to a downward facing dog, pressing your hips back. Now that's level 1, okay? Level 2, when I ask you to flow, you're going to plant your palms to the ground and start in a high plank. You're going to drop to your knees for some added support. Give me a tricep push-up in your arms, and then open up through your chest into your upward facing dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Now the third option here, the most advanced option here, is we're gonna take it straight from a tricep push-up, upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and start in a high plank. I'm gonna get a super strong tricep push-up, inhale, upward facing dog, opening my chest, and then exhale back to a downward facing dog. And now we're gonna get into your flow in your hamstrings. So we are gonna start the back of our mat today. As you start, reach your arms up and overhead, give me a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just go ahead and take your hands to heart center. When we start each class, we'll just start with 2 breaths to come onto our mat, to let go of whatever happened throughout the day. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more just like that, nice deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. All right, now as we inhale this time, arms are gonna come up and overhead. And as we exhale, I'm gonna take my hands all the way down to the ground, and I'm gonna crawl my hands to the top of the mat. I'm gonna hold nice and strong in a high plank, and then I'm gonna press it back to a downward facing dog. Right from there, we're gonna walk our hands all the way back to our toes. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. And we're gonna take the same thing again, just a couple of times. Folding down our legs, crawling our hands to the top, taking a nice strong breath in, downward facing dog, and walking it all the way back. Just taking a couple of these walkouts here, maybe about 4 to 5, really focusing on opening up through your hamstrings as you crawl your hands to the top and as you crawl your hands to the back of your mat. Opening it up nice and big through your chest, folding down to the ground, crawling to the top, strong high plank, back to that downward facing dog, and crawling it all the way up. Let's go ahead and just take one more right here to warm it up. You might feel a little tiny sweat coming on, and that's okay. Hold it up at that high plank, press back to that down dog, and crawl your hands all the way back. Now this time, we're just gonna hold it in the high plank. So go ahead and fold down. Come all the way out to your high plank pose. Hold it nice and strong, and slowly lower your knees all the way down to the ground. Now we're gonna move into a tabletop pose, stacking our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. We're gonna open up through the spine just a little bit, taking a deep breath in, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze for a nice cow pose. And as you exhale, pressing into your palms, rounding through your upper back for a cat pose. And we'll just take 2 more just like that. Inhale, opening through your chest. And as you exhale, pressing through your palms, lifting your hips back, rounding your shoulder blades. One more time, just a little more mobility through the spine. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, round your spine and press it back. Now on our next breath in, we're gonna come back to that neutral tabletop pose. From here, you're gonna go ahead and extend your right leg out to the side of your mat. You can flex your toes up if that activates a little bit more of a stretch through your inner thigh and your hamstring. And then from here, you're just gonna go ahead and shift your hips back and forth. So I'm gonna take my left glute all the way to my left heel. You should start to feel a nice release through your right inner thigh, through your right hamstring. Nice and soft and easy through your upper body. We're just here for about 3 more. We're gonna take it back to the center in 2. And 1, go ahead and take it back to the center and just draw your right knee in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you from the front on this side just so you can get a little bit of a different angle. So go ahead and extend your left foot out nice and wide this time. Maybe flex your toes towards your face if you feel a little bit more of a stretch. And then go ahead and sink back into your hips. And then come back up through center a couple of times here. Just opening up through your hips, opening up through your hamstrings. Last one here. And then we'll go ahead and come back to our tabletop pose. So from your tabletop pose, go ahead and press into your palms, tuck your toes as you inhale. And as you exhale, meet me back in the downward facing dog. Now from your downward facing dog, I want you to go ahead and look to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, bend into your knees a little bit and step all the way up to that forward fold we did in the beginning. Now as you inhale, take a halfway lift, hands come to your shins. You should really feel that stretch through your hamstrings as the crown of your head reaches forward. And as you exhale, you're gonna plant your palms down to the ground and your left toes are gonna step back. Now go ahead and drop your back knee down to the ground and then straighten through your right leg for a half splits. Now if you have anything you wanna put under your hands, by all means go for it, but coming up to your fingertips should be enough right here. Go ahead and keep your spine nice and long, and flex your right toes towards your face and feel that stretch all the way in the deep belly of your hamstring, maybe even wrapping around to your outer thigh into your IT band. Now you can stay right here for a couple more breaths, or if you'd like to, your left fingertips can come down to the ground and your right hand reaches up high for a nice open stretch through the side of your leg. Take a nice deep breath in here as you open up through your chest and through your IT band. Breathe in. And as you exhale, go ahead and take it back to the ground. And then we're gonna go ahead and just bend back into that right leg and step all the way up. We're gonna take a halfway lift as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're gonna plant our palms and step the right foot back this time. Same thing, drop your back knee down, straighten through your left leg, flex your left toes towards your face this time. Make sure to stay nice and tall, nice and strong through your spine. As you flex your toes, you should feel more of that stretch through the belly of your hamstring here. And same thing, you can stay here for a couple of breaths, or maybe go ahead and add that same twist, just opening up to the other side. My left hamstring's a little bit tighter, so I'm gonna go ahead and stay in here just for another breath or two. Really feeling that stretch while staying long and active through my upper body. And then go ahead and crawl it back to the front into that forward fold. Now from here, we're gonna flow through that 2 times through. So I'm gonna take a deep breath in as I halfway lift. And as I exhale, I'm gonna step my palms down, left toes back, straighten through my right leg. I'm gonna go ahead and crawl it to the top, plant my palms, halfway lift to reset through my spine, and then go ahead and plant my palms and step my right toes back. Straighten through the left leg as I breathe in, and then exhale, step it all the way back up to the top. Now the last time, take a little halfway lift here, and this time we're gonna squat, tuck, and curl all the way into our legs and go ahead and come down onto our backs. Heels are gonna be on the ground, hands are gonna be by my side. Now we're gonna get into a little bit more of a restorative pose here. So go ahead and reach your right leg up towards the sky. My hands can come behind my right hamstring. If you've got a little extra flexibility, hands behind your right calf. Flex your toes towards your face, just like you did while you were in that half splits here. So just continuing that stretch through your hamstrings. We're gonna hold it here for about 3 to 4 breaths. Make sure your low back is nice and rested onto the ground. Your gaze is right up towards the sky. Every single time we're in one of these restorative postures, as you exhale, I want you to send your breath to the muscle that we're working on. So right here, sending your breath to that nice big muscle of your hamstring. Just one more breath right here, inhaling through your nose, exhaling back out through your nose, and then we'll go ahead and just drop that right leg back down to the left. We'll go ahead and take it on the other side. Left heel comes straight up towards the sky. Hands come behind your left hamstring or maybe behind your left calf, flexing your toes towards your face. Same thing, we'll stay here for about 5 to 8 breaths. Every single exhale, that heart rate's coming down just a little bit. Feeling that stretch to the back of your left leg, maybe flexing your toes a little bit harder if you've started to reach them up towards the sky. About 2 more breaths here. And then from there, we'll go ahead and take that left heel down to the ground. Last little stretch here. Hands are gonna come down by my side. I'm gonna press into my heels, using the strength in my hamstrings and a little bit through my glutes. I'm I'm gonna start to lift my hips all the way up for a nice little bridge pose. Now in this bridge pose, it's super important that your gaze is straight up towards the sky, opening up through the front line of your body to take away a little bit of that tension that we work through working so hard through the back line of your body. You're just here for 3. We're gonna slowly chest, give yourself a little hug, take it left to right. And then we're gonna go ahead and rock and roll the little length of our mat here. And we'll go ahead and meet up at the top. And that is it. That is your hamstring flow for today. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.